Okay, welcome back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, if you remember, with where I started off from a place where we had a cutscene with Anna and her own best brother, that is the name I'm trying to memorize, but we'll get back to him sooner or later. Where Lara was banged up and she met a new person, which was Jacob. And last time when I came into a certain window, I started to get from another area, where you picked up a new gun, which was a rifle. And when you picked up the rifle and saw me shoot a couple of guys to collect a plastic can to explode to throw at people, I collected that, and that thing on my screen just popped up there. Has nothing to do with it, so don't worry about that. So, and where you had to whack over 10 TV screens or laptops or CCTV camera laptop things. You had to whack 10, and I ended up whacking 2 extra ones that I missed, that was going to try and get to, which I did get to. A bit better way of putting it. Sorry about that. So I collect up all those and rip those off, and where I end up getting Jacob to wander off somewhere, and where I end up following him into the water, which brought another cutscene when he gave Lara a nice little warm drink to make herself feel a bit better, or keep her nice and warm, with a nice fireplace that came out. And I came up to an area which was a tomb that I did, which is somewhere where I tried to get back from where I was going to lead you. I couldn't do it until the very end of the recording. I left you with a campsite, which is where we are going to start today. And so, hopefully, this will be a bit more interesting for you. So, here we go. Also, the controller's saying it's low on power, so I'm going to get another controller ready. So, that's already set up, because I kept it right beside me just in case. And where I did a couple of skill points added. That I selected. If you can remember what they were, if you have seen these recordings, and what they're for, and how they work. Which is quite handy for people if you don't know how to play Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, this is where I left. And the controller's dead, so I'm going to switch it back onto another one, so it's got more power once it's decided to pay attention, which has done now, but that's also going to lose power as well. I'm going to grab another one just in case, which is in my drawer, which is probably best off using another one in a minute or two. So let's keep that on right there. Just give us a second, because I've got a couple of controllers that just needs more freaking power. Just when you have several controllers and you use them for a bit too long, you'll end up running out of freaking power, won't you? As simple as that. Right, see if I can try and get this thing to wake up. Right, so let's use this one first and wait for it to drain its batteries out. Okay, right, so this is where I left you at the end of the recording, with this area where you pick up all your items around this place, And I gave you a bag to pick up, which is there. A map that's right there. And a couple of other things. And before I do anything else, when I said about the bags and the maps, they all flash. The ones that's brand new, when you pick up a certain new map or bag, it'll flash up to some items that's coloured. Okay, and those ones tells you, I'm over here, I'm over here. Can you find me, please? But yes, that's what they will do. And once you bring you back to yourself the way you were when you was checking your maps, they will stay bright colours and you'll just see them quite easily. Okay, and so now we are going to go back this way. And also with that place there, I said about on my other recordings I've done with the Wicked Vale, which I'm going to ignore completely in this level, that the whole game actually, because you need to leave that till the very end of the game to get your bow, which is Dream Stinger, and an outfit that Lara wears at the end of the whole recording of what I've made, which I'll put on my YouTube channel to help you with some of the bits of it, to understand what you'll collect, as well as bits of the level of the mission to be done, with letting you know that you can find it on some other people's YouTube channel to help you guide your way to pick up all the items that involves bags and maps and bits and pieces. Okay, right, so we are here at the moment. As I said with R3, if you push it, it'll brighten up some places where you can find what you can dig up or rip out. Okay, which I'm going to rip out one of these things, and in these little holes like these that's popped up on the corner of the screen, it tells you they're explosive things, which is where I said about plastic cans, where you can make them, instead of just being empty cans when you throw them on the floor, or whatever you do when you're drinking cans of Coca-Cola or anything like that, and they're just completely empty. But with this Rise of the Tomb Raider game, it is empty, but you can stick those little things inside the can that Lara does to make them explosive, for you to sling it and hit people with it, and it will explode to knock people over or kill them. Depends on where the distance you are in. Okay, right, so I'll try to get the rabbit, but couldn't, because when I said with your nut system, which is what I did on my last recording, where I showed you that you want to upgrade that, which I'll show you where it is in a little while when I get to a camp, and you'll be able to boost up your amount of different things, like your nuts, your mushrooms, your sticks of wood, feathers, cloths, and other things that you can collect in the game. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do first is, and don't forget when you hear a sound like that, as you can hear it, that means there's trouble ahead. But the trouble is there's wolves around here. So if I push R3, it'll glow and show you where they are. They're there. There's about 3 or 4, which is with the skill points that it shows for you to tell you what they did and what they do. And they just Oh, run out of arrows. So if you run out of arrows, hold R2 in to using sticks. And also one's trying to run away. I missed. But yeah, some of them do run away when you're attacking their mates. If they want. But the intros, you don't know precisely what they're going to do. They either might stay with you, or they just might want to beat you up. Alright. There it is. There's the other wolf. So I'm going to take another one of them. 2 of them from that thing. And with a wicked veil, it's to do with her. Alright. So you want to stay away from her for the time being. Until you finish finish most of the storylines, and you can fast travel back places. Which I might do on one place in a little while. Okay. Right, now with one person that I left is where I'm going to go first. Which he should be in here.
I'll be back through here soon. I need to get somewhere safe.
Oh God.
And he's going to ask
Are
me
you
for something.
all right?
I'll live. But I need a safe place to rest in case the invaders return. There's a cave across the bridge over there. A wolf den. They won't look there, but I can't clear it out on my own. Not like this. If you could kill them, we'll have a safe place to regroup. I might even have something for that pistol of yours. Can you help us?
So as he says, he needs some help. And as he says, he might have something for your pistol. So you might want to ask to give him a hand, which I'm going to do.
Yes, of course. Stay out of sight. I'll be back.
Thank you. Jacob was right about you.
Okay, right. So as he says, there's wolves around. So you're better off using your bow or a rifle, which is assault rifle that I've got. And when I said there was a golden fang rifle on my other recordings. Right. Also, you'll find a book right here to boost up your R.
I've infiltrated the ranks of...
Okay. And as I've got one gas for my boat, I can hold square to allow me to get through that. And a bit of XP as well to go with. Alright. Also I'm going to take a nut from right here. But with the nuts in boxes, they can be pretty much anywhere. For you to keep collecting more and more to upgrade whatever you want. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to take a plant from over there. Now the wolves will be in there. They'll be right in here. Alright. So what I'm going to do is build another couple of arrows. Give me 5. And as I said on the recordings, with these caves there's a certain amount that you need to go to get achievement. Well, it's not achievement on your list of different ones on your main page of these kind of crap, which is really daft from what way I can see what they've done to it on the PS4 instead of sticking it as you know PS2s and your PS1s. But some people like it, but I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, you'll get some extra XP, build it up when you complete a specific mission that's been required in each level, in each map of the pages that's around. Right now with the wolves, you can use your bow or a gas if you want. And use the gas is R1. But I'm not going to use them. 25 XP. And the dodge counter, what that triangle did, was the one I picked up. Ouch. Which is what you want. Is why I've picked it on my last recording. So you can just kill it a bit more quicker instead of getting attacked like this. And also you want to keep moving when the screen changes when you're playing it. So you want to keep moving so you're liable to get a health back up. Ouch. So there's another one of these that is on my other recordings, so you can stab it straight in the neck and it'll be dead. Same as the other enemies as well. Depends on if you've got your dodge counter, which is what you want mainly for this. Oh, yep. On the main page again, don't want that. Don't want that. So stab him in the neck. Where's the other wolf? There he is. And the dodge counter calls again. And you can just do it like that. Right, now with one of the skill points I've selected, which was to find animals, there was 2 of them. One of them will tell you where they are, where you can see them easier. And the other one, if you're in the cave, you can see footprints laid on the floor. And you'll find them quite easier from all the way across the place where they're walked around in. So you can use that. So you want to keep collecting up your animal animal meat is what you want to keep collecting so you can upgrade your weapons. But now I'm full, so I'm going to have to get rid of some of them soon, but not at the moment. Right, so once you've dealt with all of them, you want to get back to matey. But I'm going to go here to rip another stony patch of them things to put in my cans to explode people with. Okay, so that'll be all that bit for you. Alright, and now with this tool thing, I did one of them in this place which needed an R2 on it, but this one needs R3 on it. Okay, so you're going to need to keep boosting those up. Alright, also I'm going to find the matey again, which should be over here somewhere. You can meet in 2 ways. You can meet him from here,
Did you clear out the cave? Is it safe?
or you can meet him from the other side of this gate here. Alright, so when you talk to him again,
The cave is clear. If you head there now, you'll be safe.
Thank you. Here, take this. Jacob told us to protect you, but you weren't the one who needed it.
so now you'll collect a pistol sledge, or wherever it's pronounced. And that'll be a mission complete for you to collect on the game. Okay, now he's going to bugger off into that cave that I dealt with the wolves in. So he's nice and safe now. Right, also there's a deer there, but I can't do nothing with it. But I'm going to stab him in the belly just to make him stop getting away from me. Because I'm going to use a skill point or something. Let's see. Right, now then, there's one skill point I was on about, which is crafting ministry. Is the one I was on about. That's the one I was thinking of. So yeah, you want to grab that. So that'll unlock a few more of your capabilities of upgrading your guns or any specific weapon. Alright, so you want to grab that. As you can hear him squawking around, he's hiding. So you can use that. Alright. Right, now what you want to do is go into Ministry. If you want. Which is what I'm going to do now, because I've got 20 animals and 1 bear. No, sorry. I've got, yes, sorry. I was right. Sorry. Thinking too hard here. Alright, okay. So, I needed 20 animals, 1 bear, and 9 cloths, because that's what it costs. And I've only got 29 cloths. So, if you want to get more of the cloths, you want more of the animal fat and some more feathers, more sticks of wood. You want to get your second nut gear, which is called rucksack is the word. There you go. So you want to use that. Okay, so that'll give you the maximum number of the sets you can carry. And also you could grab yourself some more bullets if you want for the rifle or the bow if you wanted to. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to keep that as exactly how it is. Right, so now I should have a lot less things now. Also I'm going to check my rifle now. So now we try and think. Now was it, or was it something to do with the bow? Or was it part of something else, or was it to do with the axe? No. Huh. Okay, right, so that must be something to do with something else. But yeah, you need that to nah, it's just me. It's just me. Right, I haven't used any things on the assault rifle yet, including the thunderclap, the Goldfang. One but a thunderclap for. Even that's another gun, but you'll get that sooner or later. Right, so with the 31 nuts I've got at the moment, with 20 cloths, with the golden fang, I don't think I want to upgrade that, but you can upgrade it if you want, if you got a kind of amount of things on it. And where I said some other guns or weapons will give you a lot more of specific things than anything else. Alright. Right, so I am going to use my pistol now, which was the moon gun I did. And I put some reload into it. So now that means I'm either gonna put some more bullets into it or make it stronger. I think I will go for the bow. And with the bow again, with damage, draw speed, hold back time, and rate of fire, they've got capabilities. And with the rate of fire, which is what I'm going to use for the bow, and that will give you more of it to go even faster. So how much force with the string to make it straight over, like instead of that, we'll get kind of force from the string that flies a certain distance from where you stand, which I'm going to use to give me more rate of fire. And then with this one again, it was a draw speed. Alright. Okay. And we'll deal with that later on with some more details about the weapons and stuff, okay? If you've seen any of the recordings of it, it'll make a bit more sense to you. Alright. Right, now what I'm going to do is go and find that deer that I stabbed him with my bow, with his arrow. There he is. But every time when you stun him with an arrow or an axe or whatever, it'll slow down. And deers are more of a chance of getting instead of rabbits that you're trying to deal with. So that'll give you a bit of advantage. So it'll give you a bit more of a chance of picking up your animal fat, basically. So you could try and go for a squirrel, which is on the floor there. That's running away from me. But I was going to try and whip him, but oh well. Right. Am I thinking too far ahead? Yes, I am. Okay. Right, then. We'll deal with that in a little while. Right. So now what you'll find, if you've got another mission to do, there'll be a mark on the screen when you're checking your maps. So say like talking to that woman that was in the locker when I opened it up and she was asking for a thing, there'll be like 2 arrows pointing downwards waiting for you to talk to them. Alright, so there's one person that I talked to earlier to meet him down this area. He's buggered off into the hut. And he'll be in here.
You're back. Good. You can help us then.
Right, which is what I'm going to do. And you'll get something for that.
What's the problem?
I have warriors spread across this valley. Last night, 2 of my bravest were captured, and I have reason to believe they are still alive. There was a third with them who escaped, and he tells me they were taken beneath the train station. Saw them put into cages before he managed to escape. I have a dozen other warriors in the valley, and I have to stay here to coordinate their strikes. But you, I've seen what you can do, and I must ask you to help.
Alright, so you can talk to him if you want, but I'm going to.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Thank you. They knew the risks, and they would happily die for the cause. But I can't let that happen.
No, you can't. Right, now what you're going to have to do for him is, as you said, he's got 2 prisoners locked up and one of them's escaped it. So what you've got to do is find them. Okay, where you're going to find them is in another place, which is where I'm going to go next to show you. Right, so where you'll find them is a fair few miles if I'm not stuck in the tree trunks. Right, so what you want to do is go straight into the water by jumping over it. You'll find some water down, so you'll be okay. Alright, press circle. If you want to pierce 4, or pressing B for that. Now I've got the right keys for the Xbox now. Right, now press A and press X to get them to climb up with the axe pushed in onto the white painty bit. And again with the A and the X to get the axe to whack into this thing again. And now you'll find a pot right here, which is giving a cloth. Now what you want to do is L2 and R2 to zoom it in towards the rope here, and press R2 to make the rope bin hooked onto the bit up here. Just pull yourself up and just keep the nozzle towards up in an angle, so she'll just pull herself up like this. Okay, but also you can do it any time you want, it's not a problem. Okay, because you can always come back here, but I'm better off doing it to show you what you can collect. Okay, right, so you shimmy yourself across it and keep that nozzle towards your right and press A and then press X. And if you're on a PS4 or PS3, you know your X's and your square and your triangle and the circle, right? And press A or X to hop across it, and then press A or X again. And now you'll find two guys here, right? You want to use a bow or something to take him out, and you'll find another guy. He will be right there. So you want to take him out, and the sound will go a bit more saying you're free. Right, you want to pick up the pieces from him, which will give me a nut, and the other guy is over here, which will give me nothing, because I've got a load of bullets with the rifle I've got. Right, also you'll find a bag right here for you to take, and that'll bring up with a few other pieces for you to take, as well as a skill point to be boosted up. And now you'll find something to dig up right over it, which will give you either cloths or something else. Okay, right, now what you want to do is go down here. All you got to do is push your nozzle in up and she'll just crawl into it. Alright, why she's ducking is because there's four guys in here. One will be standing by the door. Okay, when you move down here, you'll be over there. Right, way to get away with this is to stand at quite a distance away from this guy. Stand right at the back and then use your bow, and then the other people won't be able to hear you. Okay, so now if I go down the stairs, what we want to do is push the nozzle up a little diddy bit, not a lot. So now, as I said, the other guys won't hear you, so they won't hardly notice. Okay, so you can pick up a piece from him. Right, you can either choose to take on those two if you want, but there is three. Sorry. Okay, right, so as you got your lock pick to open up the cages and your lockers, you can open up gates as well.
Stay quiet. I'm here to rescue you.
So hold those buttons in. So now you'll find the other two people that's been locked up. You can get them free. And as the guy said, one of them escaped, so the other person's hiding somewhere. Right. Now, when you've freed these, what you can do is one option. You can walk away from the whole place.
Alright, stay hidden and keep moving.
Right, let's try that again. So you got two choices. You can retreat and choosing walk away and let one person go back and kill them, or you could attack them yourself. Okay, it's up to you. But it's probably best to use your axe if you wanted to. But if you do that, you'll wake them up. Where are you? So you can have a couple of choices like that. Alright. But it's probably best to use your axe, or just let a person kill them for you, so you don't have to waste any bullets or arrows. Alright. So like I say, pick up your bits and pieces from them and you'll be okay. Alright. Alright, now what you can do now is rip this door open by pressing X or your square, and you'll find a pot as well by the door, and you might recognise where I am now. If you check on one of my recordings, you'll be exactly where you will notice. Alright, so you want to hop across this way and you'll find a door that's locked. So now you can use your lockpick to open up the door. Okay, which you'll find another nut in a box, or you can pick up 2 of them. Depends on how generous the game wants to be. And you'll find a pot. They'll give you a cloth, and you'll find another box to open up.
A gulag identification.
Alright, I've got full load of gases, so I can't do nothing with that. So I don't want to pick that up. But also there's a box there. There's another single nut there that I might want to grab hold of. So now what you can do is continue going back round this way where I started. And I picked up 2 sticks and another bit of pieces from my cans. So you can choose to go back round that way through the hole where I met that guy with doing those 2 guys, or you could either go back this way and come back out where you just came from. Alright, you can choose whichever one you want. Alright, now if you want to get back down here, back to where you were, you got a little pole here with a bit of string tied around it. Use your bow and tie it up with your bow and rope with R2 and L2. Okay, alright, now what you want to do now, or you can leave it, but I'm going to move on anyway. Right, so as I'm going to move on,
Soviet soldiers. Something awful happened here.
yes, Lara, I wonder what. So now, what we're going to do, and where you're going to see me, is to meet Jacob again. That's where I'm going. Right, also if you move into another area of the game, it'll give you some more XP. Okay, right, also you got some string tied up with a load of board of wood. So I'm going to rip that down. Right, also once again you'll find these things, and on the map when I said there was 9 coins, and there's, as you read one of them tool things, it will give you 3 coins that will be stuck on the floor hidden. So that means you have to find 3 of them tool things to collect each of the 3 sets of coins that will be scattered around on the map. So as I picked up 1 and read 1, there'll be 1 that's been added and 2 will be hidden, which is 1 there and 1 over there. So it's the same thing with the next one I'm going to read, because you can read it because it's an R2 that you need for it. Alright.
Someone scratched something below. Directions to something.
Something hidden. Something hidden. Yes, Laura. And that'd be your coins that she's trying to work out. Alright. So now they'll be flashed out on the floor in the map. Okay, also you find one of these stars
More propaganda.
that you want to read,
Work hard to fight cold and hunger.
which will boost up the R2 up a little bit. But like I said, with the last one of them, you need the 3 number onto it.
Lara, are you okay?
Yes, I'm at the base of the old Soviet mill.
I'm making my way to the mine entrance at the top of the facility. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
Okay, So now as I've picked up a stick, and in one of my recordings about the Wicked Vale, which is what I'm going to ignore, but I'm going to do the couple of bits on top of that to say what you could have missed if you was not doing that with that. So first of all, I'm going to rip this down. As you can see, a bit of rope. I'm going to pull that down, which you can do, and you'll find another box of nuts to collect, which is only giving me one. That's okay. And a pot, which will give you a cloth. How nice. Right, also there'll be another box of a nut or two, which is definitely two. Okay. Right, now with the recording about the Wicked Vale, there was a place that you might recognise that has a bit of string that was tied up onto it where you pull it off, and you'll find the lockers again. Several lockers scattered around all over the place, with that box right there sitting there with some pistols and some bullets for the rifle, and also a little plant thing there which I'm going to take. Now the pot, and now as you can see, these things, you've got to burn them down. Alright, alright, now you'll find a ladder which you're going to need to climb up on. You want to make sure you grab that, and now you find a bit of string tied up onto this bit of wood. You're going to pull that down, because that's where you got to go. You've got to go that way. Alright, hop across this way. Okay. Right, next of all, what you can do is climb on top of this box, and you'll be able to grab the ledge that's right in front of me over here. So you've got to point it in a certain angle so Lara can grab that, and now you can pull yourself up on top of this metal pole and hop across this pole and move towards your right, a little diddy bit, and shimmy across to the right on this bit where Lara's shimmying across, and just keep going for a little bit. Press A or X. Yeah, press A or X, whichever console you're using. Okay, and press A again or X. Oh, before I do that, I think I'm a bit too far ahead of myself. Okay, you'll find a box here with some nuts to take with you. Now, go back up here. So you could have a choice between going round it or up here. So either pick a nut or a pot. Even though it's give you a cloth and a pence. And you can drop down from here. Right, also you want to not jump down from there, but you can drop down from here with a bit of rope that's tied around, so you can zoom all the way, zip all your way down, and find a pot which give me a cloth. How nice. Okay, and now with the rope, what you can do with it is tie it onto this thing, so you can hop straight here and grab some rifle bullets for yourself if you want, if you're quite low on them, and you can drop down. So like I say, wherever you can find bullets and you're low on down on certain guns you like using, or whichever one you want that needs a bit more, you just grab hold of them. Alright, so now pull yourself back up here if you've not done that bit already. Alright, and hop straight across it, and you'll find another radio for you to read.
First day in Siberia.
But I am not gonna let Lara speak all that. But if you're playing it on your own at any time, you can listen to that, all that sort of kind of stuff through the radio speakers yourself. Right, now you'll find some guys up here, and you'll collect a bowl with a bit of cloth, which means you can turn it into fire and throw it at people. So what I'm going to do, because there's two other things you can do if you want.
Alright, we'll get searching. Any word on the escapees?
Right, one thing you can do is try and move back and sling the bottle over it, and people might be able to hear you. Okay, if you want. Or you could try and sling it somewhere else and hopefully the other guys won't see you. Alright, which is the problem that you can come across. Alright.
Hold up, gonna check.
Stay close.
So this orange guy is going to come towards me and try and find out. So I'm going to make sure the other guy can't see me, but he might. Right, he hasn't found me, so I'm going to pick up the bullets and the cloth from him and grab another bottle and possibly sling it somewhere else without the other guys finding me. Yeah, what the hell? There you go, the other guys found him now. So that means that the other ones can go for me now. But also what you want to do is make sure you stay as low down back so you can't get hurt. Also, like I say, you can use other weapons if you want. I see him dead. I'm going to grab that. Okay, so that's them dealt with. Also, you'll find another one of them sparky little things to put in your cans. Also, you'll find a cloth there, box if you want to grab hold of them with a lot more than you already have. Also, if you've got less of them, you might want to grab more of them. Alright, so now what you can do now is climb yourself on top of this. Alright, and now what you can do is jump to this ladder, because you'll find something else, which is some more cloths, but I can't carry more because I've got them all. And also the bit I'm on about is that you'll find a map that you might want to grab hold of to show you where the rest of some of the pieces that's not quite fully on the page yet. Right, also now then, you want to come back down carefully, and now with the bottle at the glass you can turn it into fire, which is what you really want. So you want to come down here. I'll explain it to you in a minute when I get there. Right, with the glass you want to make sure it plops on the floor so you can pick it back up. And now continue going back over it, make sure Laura's got it in her hand. Right, now with this thing again you can burn it down. So the way to burn it down is use the glass bottles, and it's asking you to do 7 of them for a challenge. Okay, so you're going to want to hunt them down. Alright, also I'm going to use one of these to give me 2 arrows and 1 nut. So all these lockers will give you different kind of things that you might want to get your chance of trying to grab the right things that you want. Alright. Okay, so once that one's dealt with, you can go back up the ladder. Okay, and now grab another bottle, because you've got a fair few bits of things to burn down. Okay, you'll find a bit of clothy thing building up over here. I'm going to sling that over there. As you can see, there's something burning down there. There's broken pieces, which is a bit of wood. Alright, also you want to do now is grab another bottle. I picked up I picked up from the guy, yeah. So you can just walk backwards and forwards to find some glasses. When you throw certain ones around certain places, they will return back to where you found them. Okay? So it's not a problem with saying I haven't got any more, because you will. Alright? Same with your cans. They will return. Right, the reason why you have to burn that down, so you can get through it, and you'll find another one of them cloth curtain things, or whatever they're supposed to be. It could be mattresses, or I don't know. It could be anything. So you want to burn that down. But also you want to not stand too close to the flames either, because otherwise you'll burn. Alright. Also you'll find a box right here. Throw it up.
Soviet military dog
Now
tags,
remember,
standard issue.
with there's those little
Name is Yuri Ravdonikas.
magnifying glass symbol. When you see one of those pop up, you've got to turn the item around to find it where it should be, and keep it here for that one to be red,
The word convicted is stamped on the back.
which will now give me a bit more of the R2 to go up a bit. So every time you see one of those magnifying glasses sitting on it, that'll tell you have to turn it around and move it in the right place. Alright? Okay, so next, what you want to do is hop straight over it and burn something that's in your way over here. Ow. So like I say, you want to be careful where you stand, okay? Right, now then. What you want to do now is go round this side, and you'll find another rope that's tied around here. So you use R2 and L2. With L2, remember, it gives you your accuracy point ready to be targeted to where you want to aim it. Right, now as you may have seen, there's a specific thing over there. The reason why I've left it, because you've got to find something else down here. Right, so what you want to do is slide down and press A and X right now. Okay, we'll find another box with a nut or two, which has only given me one. And also, as you can see, oh, tell you what, I'll leave that. Alright, as I said, you'll find these things around, so this is the reason why that slided all the way down here to find one of these. Okay, but you'll find 4 of these around the area. It's okay, Lara, it's fine. Yeah, like that, so you don't want to stand there too close to it. Okay, right, so that's 3 of them down. So I'm going to rip this locker open, which will give me 3 arrows and 1 nut. Right, now what I'm going to do is open this locker. And remember, with some colours, that 2 of the lockers, that there's 2 specific colours for each of the lockers. And the orange ones means you can use the axe, and the ones that's red means you need a lockpick, which is what I picked up ages ago. Alright, right, so once you've opened that one, which is giving me something, I didn't quite remember what it said, but each one of those lockers will give you random sets of weapons. Alright, and also that box of nuts is giving me 2 of them. Also, you'll find a bit of string tied around a bit of wood, and 1 bit of string tied around this bit of wood. So you want to make sure you're staying quite close to the string that's tied around the pole. Make sure it ties it onto it, and press A or X. Depends on which console you're on. Okay, and pull yourself up a bit further and wait for the light to get to a certain distance, because you don't want it to fall down here. Right, now press B or circle. There we go, now we're getting there. Right, also if you want to pick up your box of things, like the bit of plant, press X or press square. And same again, square or X for the box. Which will now
Order of the Red Bannerman.
give you nothing if you haven't used a skill point for that, which is probably best for you to do. Okay, right, press A or X, and square or X to give you cloth or something else. But also I'm going to try and grab some more arrows, so you can pick those up if you want. Oh, stupid me, thinking too far ahead. Right, stay up. Right, you'll find a bit of string over it, so you want to rip that down. What a freaking div I am. Not giving you the right information, am I? Never mind. Okay, right, so now you might recognise your back over here. So that's why I said to go down that slope first, okay? Right, so now you can pick this star up,
Another Soviet plaque.
which will boost up your R to go even higher, a bit more. And now you can go over here to open up your box.
The hero of the Soviet Union medal.
Okay, so that'll be that. And now your 4th one of those cloths will be over there. Alright, and the other 3 are hiding somewhere else. Okay, we'll get to that in a little while, because trust me, you're going to need a glass bowl. So I can get some cloths as well, that'd be quite handy. Right, so if there's usually about 2 or 3 glass bottles around here. So like I say, if they're not there, go to a similar place where you know where they are, and some will return back where they were. Like this one right here. And to make either glass to burn or a can to be exploded, press R1 and hold it in. Okay, so once you've done that, make sure you don't fall down the hole. And stand a certain distance. And L2 and R2. And there goes a bit of the cloth that's burnt. And also I might burn from it. But yeah, you want to be careful where you stand, okay? Right, so once that's been done and dusted, but also what I'm going to do next is something else. Is a tomb. Alright, the tomb will be down here. But also there's a locker right here if you want it, which I'm going to open up with a square button for me to push, which will give me a pistol, which was small can't remember what its name's called now, but yeah, So if you collect 4 of the same thing, you'll have it. Alright? Right, now to get into the tomb, you need to open this door by pressing circle or X. Square or X. Stupid mate. So this door will open up. Okay. Alright.
Might still work. Looks like pitch black.
So you want to continue moving this way. Right, now what you want to do is go here where you can find a map which will guide you to some few pieces to find. Easier, but lucky you got me. Okay, so we want to go down this way. And a bit of string there, but I didn't jump that and grabbed hold of it because I just walked straight through it. So
My God.
that's how you make a disaster.
What did they find out here?
Right, so once you picked up the pieces and you die, you don't have to pick them pieces up again, okay? So try not to worry about that. Right, this is what I'm supposed to do. Get down the string. Oh dear. What a div. Right, next of all, you've got some lockers to open up if you need it. If you want. Alright. So you can do any of those if you want. Right. Now. You will find something sparkling right there. And that means something to dig up. What could it be? We'll see. And you will collect some special things, which is give me animal fat and 1 spring. How nice. How nice is that? Okay. So you want to continue on going this way. Alright, which where you'll find another box right there. This thing right here to say you're not getting through here, and that means, and it looks like something, if you can recognize it, it means I'm very flammable, so you're going to need to burn it. And way to burn things, especially in this place, you're going to need a glass bowl. And every time when you light a glass bowl, it will take a cloth off you. Alright? That's what it's taking off me. So every time you light a bottle up, it will take a cloth off you. Alright? So you can use that bottle to burn that down. So now you can get through it. But make sure you want to stay away from the flames a little bit, and then lower a screw underneath. Right, now there'll be something in front of this. There's a bit of white paint there, so you want to grab that, but stay here and move up 1 and wait until laugh comes down. Okay. Right. So once she's down here,
Hell of an entrance.
you want to go this way. Alright. And then go
Artifact.
this way,
They must have broken through
where you
to
can
an
find
old
another
passage.
nut or 2 in the box,
Save myself.
and a thing to dig up right here, which will give me another nut and some animal thing. Alright, so once you pick them up, now you can go this way. Right, there'll be some breakable pieces on the floorboards, so you want to stand here and jump with your A or X, okay, and you'll find yourself over here. Okay, right, you'll find a box right here, which you'll want to open up.
This flask
And
belongs to a
same again with the
soldier in
scope
Red
that's
Army.
turned up, magnifying glass is turned up,
Recognize the insignia.
which means you have to find the specific way to get her to read it. On this bottle, it'll be on top.
It's still half full. this before I'm done here.
Oh, she thinks she's gonna have a drink. Ooh. I hope that's whiskey, because I want some of that. Right, okay. Enough about whiskey. Grab the bottle, because there's some bit of cloth there. So you want to light this glass bottle with a cloth, and this time what you want to do is make sure it goes over the pole. But if you did it over here, the water will take fire out, remember? If you're on a fire and use a fire extinguisher, it takes the flames out. And whereas water, it will take flames out. Okay, so we want to make sure it goes over the pole and sling it.
There we
Which will
are.
bring the cloth down and a bit of wood so you can get through. Okay. So that'll give you a bit of help now. Now you can jump straight over there. Be careful.
Whatever they found, it's got to be in there.
What's in there, Laura? I wonder. As well as everybody else. Right, so now what you want to do is hop straight over it. As you can see, there's a little thing down there. And some other bits and pieces right over here. Alright. There's a specific way of doing this. Which is why you got me, okay? Right, so you want to go over here, first of all.
Someone was
So you can
hiding
find a
mining
book
tools, and
to give you a bit more of an E.
We can no longer.
To boost yourself up. Alright, and also over here, you'll find a... Stop coughing, Lion, you'll be fine. You'll find a bag to give you some ideas where your pieces are hiding. Alright, so once you've collected all those, now you can go down this end. And now you might recognise this bit. So you can come down here now. Right, how are we doing my stuff now? Let me see. Right, so I'm up to 37 cloths out of 40. 1 plant more to go with 20 that's in total, because I've only got 19 of those. The animal deer stuff, which is hides, I've only got 13, so I'm okay to keep building those up for the time being. Nuts, I've got 36 out of 50, which is the next number you'll carry from 45 of them things when you upgrade the nuts together. Mushrooms, 20 of them, so I'm okay at the minute. But let me see. With the skill points now, I've got 6 of them. Right, now. With the other ones to unlock, you're going to need 9 to unlock some of the other ones. And also some of the ones needs a specific thing you need to grab hold of. Alright. Right. Now then. Now, you could grab this one, which will earn you extra XP, successful headshots, stealth kills, death room, and a couple other ones to boost up your XP that you might want to grab hold of. Just one go grab hold of, which will help you. And also with these 2 ones here, they'll help you increase your resources, like with your feathers, your plants and bits and pieces. But they both work exactly the same thing as your nuts by selecting your skill point, not skill points, the main piece, which be in your infinity. Okay. And also with the arrows now, I'm probably going to collect a couple of arrows from enemies this time. like your bears and your deers, you can use that if you want. You can use these at any time you want. It doesn't matter how many times you keep them, for how long you want to keep them. And you can just use them whenever you want. And fully charged bow, aiming steady for fully longer, which will say you can have your string to stay in her hands for a lot longer period of time. You might want to use. You can use all those kind of things if you wanted to. But also the other thing is fast crafting if you want. Okay. Right, I think that's all I want for now. As I've got 4 left. Alright, you can just do all that kind of thing on it, alright? Right, now with the bow. Speaking of which, the gun that I collected from the box, the large boxes, it gave me here we are. It is SEMI auto pistol is what it's given me, and it looks like this. How cool is that? So yeah, every time when you open up boxes, you need to find four of the same parts of each one, and you'll see it in your menu of what gun you want to use. Okay, and with the capabilities, remember, they have specific ones that's more stronger of certain things. Okay, which I'll do on the pistol this time to remind you. With the damage, which is the head, to say where the accuracy is, so you can just give them a good bang straight away to knock them out, or depends on where you aim at really. Alright, and the rate of fire is more like if you had bang, bang, and you put more in it, bang, 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 and it will do that sort of speed, pace every time when you use that. Alright, and recoil is to get the accuracy a bit more accurate, so wherever you're aiming at. Reload, which I should find a better one for that. Or is that all there is for this gun, I wonder? No, I think that's all there is on this gun, but I can find another one. Let's get the moon gun back in that I'm using. So it would have looked like a cog, which is crossed off, which means that you need to unlock it by getting a specific thing, or select a specific thing so you can add another bit to it. Okay, it's the same with this next, which is your ammo. So if you stuck your ammo in it, which has got a little bullet symbol on it, and when you've unlocked that, the next one down here would have been unlocked, but you would need your crafting tool as well to do that. Okay, and with the ammo, that means when you do it, it'll give you more bullets to carry from what you've already got. Okay, and same again with the rate of fire, it'll just do a bit more capacity of just banging all the time. Alright, and the damage is just more of a, if you try and slap your hand with your palm of your hand gently, And with the damage, like I said, if you tap your hand gentle, that's how much force of the death you're going to get. And if you put the damage more into it and you slap your hand really hard, it'll freaking start to hurt. So that's what the damage does, it hurts people. So you want to use the guns to put some more damage into it. Okay. The ratifiers is more of a sound that just goes bang 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 instead of bang 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 all the time. So you want to make sure your rate of fire goes up a bit if you want. But with the moon gun, I don't think I want to put anything else into there at the minute. Same goes with this gun, which is Hellstorm or but it's definitely Storm something. Gotta be Hellstorm, which is one of the fastest guns that just goes bang 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 all the time, really fast, which I might use sometime. But yeah, it's also like this gun, assault rifle. It's similar to that. It'll do that sort of speed. Alright. Right, so for now I am okay with not doing any of that. Right, let's continue with the tomb now. Right, what you want to do, as you can see, there's a little trailer sitting on top. What you want to do is do a normal jump straight over and just press square or X and wait for the truck to fall down. And there's the flap down and you can pull yourself up. Right, now, as you can see, some water and some cloth. So you want to drain the water out or stop it coming down. Okay, so what you want to do is hop straight across. You can take some cloths if you want, which is probably best for me because I've been using that for the glass bottles. Okay, and you find another place here you can go and get from over here, which is another book, which will boost an E, and another lock if you want it, which I am because I'm quite low of certain things. I'm full of arrows, but I've got an extra nut to be collected, so that's okay. Right, now what you want to do to start off with is to bring this trailer down. Alright, and then you want to hop straight on this and the trailer will come down from this little thing that comes up, and then that's going to come down and that's going to fall. Okay, so as Laura says, you need to block it for good, so that means you're going to have to go up here, upstairs and up again. Oh, didn't mean to jump like that. Alright, you'll find a box right here to grab hold of.
A trigger mechanism.
For a bomb is what it's called. Alright, and what you want to do is now climb on top of this thing and you'll find another trolley right here. It's got a bit of string on it, so you want to pull it out with your bow. Now as that comes down onto the track, that will stay there, which is what you want to keep it to be staying there. So now what you want to do is hop straight onto this pole, which you'll swing across. Okay, and now you can find this thing, a little star, to boost up your R again, and you've got to find plenty of them to boost up your R. Okay, and some of those ones might give you a different one, they might not. So as you can see, a bit of string here, which means you can now tie the trolley onto this. Okay, so before you can continue, you can go straight in here now, or you can go in there anytime you want, and you'll find a nice pot, which will give me a nice leaf or or some kind of thing, but I'm pretty sure it's like a leaf, so I'm going to call it a leaf. Okay, so once you've collected that as well as tied that thing up, come back down, and come back down again, and now hop back onto this thing, and now that will stop
That did it. Now fill us with fire.
the water from coming down. So now what you want to do, grab the bottle, use a cloth by holding R1 to get the bottle to catch fire, and now sling the bottle onto the flappy cloth that's boxing your way in. Okay, now go straight over and make sure you press X or square so you can pull yourself up, but also you can find one of those things right here, and you will now can find, I think you're too far ahead. Yep, I think you're too far ahead. Right, you'll find some steps where you'll find a pot right here, which will give you a cloth, and also you'll find another pot right here, which is giving me a cloth, but even though I'm full. Then also you'll find some gold on the floor, which is 2 pence, and part of your tomb completed.
It's an ancient codex. A philosophical argument on the virtue of awareness.
And what you'll collect is to say that if you're worried about falling down or something, and if you push it off 3 key, it will flash red to say it's very breakable. Okay, alright, so you can use that to guide yourself
Looks like they tried
to
to
see
land here.
things that could break, and there's nothing to break, okay, at the moment. Right, there's a box here, you can grab some pieces, well, it's given you, which is giving me 2 bits of wood and another bit of those explosive things
So
to
much
put in the can
damage between the
and some
amateur
coins
excavation and the cave-in.
over here, which is
It
2.
must be connected to the prophet.
Right, also you'll find a piece to dig up right here, which will give me
This
2
shaft
animals,
must have been
2
where they
animals
first
and
broke through.
another bit
Should
of
leave out as well.
another kind of animal. Now you can pull yourself up on top of it, and pull yourself up on top of the ladder that's there, and a bit more stony crumbly things. Make sure you press X for that. And keep climbing up. Now turn towards your left and press A and X, or X and square, so you can get yourself higher above. As you can see a bit of white paint, press A or X. And find another ladder. So keep coming back up. Alright. And you find another bit of wood boxed up with a bit of string. So you want to rip that off. And there we are. Right, if you can now notice, you've got a bit of this around here. Right, before you go any further, you want to jump straight over with A pushed in, or X. And now you'll be back where you belong. Now if you was coming back the other way in, you'll find that little pole there. And you can come all the way back. And then your tomb of this place will be all done. Now press circle or B. And just keep pushing it. Just get Lara to swim a bit more faster. And then continue going back this way. Alright. And then continue on, going back round this end. A bit more paintwork there to pull yourself up from. as it tells you, you can climb up on top of it and go right a little bit, pull yourself on top of it, and a bit more of a ladder over there to make you get back up to where you came in here from. Alright, continue going straight forward up a bit, and then as you can recognise that this was the entrance to it. Alright, also you'll find another nut box here if you want it, and have a bit more paint to climb back up the top of it, and then you will be back where you were. Alright, and now you'll find a bit of string right here where you can swing yourself across, but don't do that just yet because you've got something boxing your way in, so you want to rip that off. Oh, pushed R1, which gave me gas. That was silly. Oh well, that's 2 times so far, I think. Right, press L2 and R2, and make sure you hold L2 first. Alright, same again, L2 and R2 to get Lara to swing a rope onto the bit over there. We can find another box of nuts or 2. Right, and a bit more jumping right here. Right, and this is where it's going to get interesting. Right, so you will now jump between this bit here, which will break off a little bit and dangle down a bit more lower. So you want to jump straight over to there with your A and X, or A and square, X and square. Getting confuddled now. Right, where you've got some more jumping to do from up here, and you'll find another ladder, but you want to leave that for a moment because you might want another box of nuts if you need them. Alright, now you can go up the ladder if you want, or unless you've already done it before. After that, I'll jump straight over it. And also, as you can hear a radio speaking, that means a guy's up here. So you might want to use the bow for that.
Can't really see.
You can't see the edge. Out there. He fell off, didn't he? And he's all the way down there. He's down there somewhere. So that means you can't pick up nothing from him if he falls down. Right, also you want to go up this ladder, I think, first. Yep. And another bit of paintwork broken off here from these little bits that falls off. Okay. And what you want to do is come down in a few seconds when you shimmy across back here, and now I'll come back down because you've got a pot right there to take if it's going to give you something that has got less things that you've already got, even though I've got loads of the planty things. And come back up. And now get a bit of strength, you can zip your way down, and you'll find another locker right there for you to take, which will give me a compound bow part number 2 of it, which was quite nice. And now they've got a bit of string to tie up, which you can do, and you can tie it up, and that is where I'm gonna leave you for the time being. Alright, so next time you will see Jacob very soon in the next recording of Rise of the Tomb Raider. Take care.